Hey, everybody. It's Kim Dankey, your Shibboleth new member fast track instructor. I'm so glad that you are here with me tonight on a Saturday night. Thank you for being so dedicated. If you are on Facebook, please take a second to say hello, give us a few hearts and likes. If you are a member, let us know if you've lost any weight, where you're from. I love to know that information. It really does help me. And I imagine people all over the country. And if I hear of a state or a city, I'll think, oh, so-and-so is in that city. I may not have ever met you, but I get to know these things on Facebook and through the Zoom. Hey, Latricia, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're here. It's awesome. If you are in the Zoom room, please take a second to find your chat button. You're going to find your chat button and then click where it says to, and then choose the option for everyone. Okay. Hey, Sue from Bainbridge, glad you're here again. That's awesome. That is awesome. While everybody is taking a moment to say hello, hey, Annette from Pennsylvania, you must know Tabitha. Do you know Tabitha Rogers? And I am going to quickly explain why we need to do the Shibboleth lifestyle. For those of you who have caught this and you might not, hey, good, awesome. Hey, Angelia, glad you're here. Hey, Jessica Lee on Facebook, glad you're here. Listen, girl, I'm a picky eater too, very, and I despise cooking. So you can do this. You can, I promise. So the Shibboleth lifestyle, why is it that you want to follow the Shibboleth lifestyle? Well, it's practical and sustainable and fun. But here's the thing. I want to give you the story of a plate of food. You have on your plate a steak and a baked potato. The potato doesn't really have any fat in it. Hey, Lisa, glad you're here. The potato doesn't really have any fat in it. But what the potato does, it's the catalyst for fat storage if you've eaten it with fat. And steak is a protein plus fat. So it's a good protein and it's a high quality fat. A steak is fine. But if you are wanting to control insulin so that you can lose weight, then you need to not eat those together. So if you wanted to eat a potato, you would just say, I need to have that with a lean protein and a fibrous carb. That might, and let's say you still want red meat with that. Maybe you have a 96% lean ground beef hamburger patty. Hey, Diane, listening from bed after an exhausting yard sale. Well, I'm so glad you're here. I'm so glad that this was comforting to be in the bed listening to. I love that, Diane. Then you can do that. You can still have it with red meat. It just needs to be a super lean red meat. And then you would just have it with fibrous carb, maybe green beans or broccoli or something. So your potato that you eat is going to elevate your blood sugar. It's not a maybe. It is what happens. It's just what happens in our body. Your pancreas is going to do as it is supposed to do. It's going to secrete insulin to deal with the blood sugar elevation. But if you are learning this information and you choose to eat that with a lean protein and a fibrous carb, then the protein in the lean protein and the fiber in the fibrous carb are going to neutralize the insulin release from the baked potato. And if you didn't overeat the baked potato, there wasn't tons of insulin out in your body for that lean protein and fibrous carb to have to neutralize. Also, there's really no fat in that meal either for any insulin to capture. So it's just about switching around your foods. And then, of course, we put in some other daily disciplines that just help us optimize everything that we're going to do. We're going to drink our water. And look, I've got one more to finish. So it's a perfect day. We're going to write down what we eat. We're going to eat foods in the right combination for insulin control. We're going to portion control our foods, meaning we're not going to eat more than what fits underneath our two hands. And then we are going to Give ourselves a break between meals, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We're going to give ourselves a break between meals. It's that simple. It really is very normal. Thank you, Diane, for sharing. Thank you. It's a very normal eating way of eating. It's just that we're so used to abnormal. And the abnormal is being told to us that it's normal. And so we really learn the standards for eating in Shibboleth, and then we live by them. So that's what you can get with the Shibboleth lifestyle. And my official class starts tomorrow night. So if you want to grab your membership over the weekend at www.shibbolethdeals.com, Shibboleth, SHIBBOLETH, deals.com. It's $79 right now for our founder's birthday. And it's a lifetime membership. You never have to pay again. If you have ever, thank you, Diane, if you have ever purchased any books on health, if you have ever purchased any cookbooks, you've spent more than $79. You might as well grab the education that you need and the recipe library that you need and the food library and the restaurant guide and all the other cool tools, all for $79, okay? And it's awesome. Okay. So if you're brand new, I want you to be working on lap 1 and 2 over the weekend if you haven't done those yet, and then join me back tomorrow night. If you have been with me all week, thank you so very, very much. But I would highly recommend that you listen to tomorrow night and Monday night at least one more time, because you heard it and then you were with me all week. Might as well wrap up with it again, because it's like you've started it, you started applying, and then maybe hear it one more time. But you can listen into this as often as you want to or need to, okay? So, well, all right. See, I see Gina on Facebook, and thank you for tagging your friends. Hey, Gina, glad you're here. Gina is a battle buddy of mine this week, and so is Patty Bass. We're doing battle buddies this week. That's another cool and fun feature of the Shibboleth website, or having a membership. Okay, so we're gonna do lap 7 tonight. And look, I've got lap 7 up on my little chalkboard. Okay, so lap 7, just as a reminder, y'all need to be working through all these other laps right here too. If you are trying to do this on a phone, you can. But if you have access to a computer, I highly suggest that you do this on a computer just so you have a bigger screen. But if you don't have a computer and you're doing this on a phone, this tutorial video is going to show up below the tasks. So if you don't see it, just scroll down until you can see it. This little tutorial video right here is just a video of me showing you how to do these things. And it's just a little shortened version. Tonight, this live webinar is a little bit longer version. Okay, we try to cover every which way to capture people's minds. Let me show you some other things I'm drinking tonight. I'm drinking out of my Wizard of Oz glass. Does anybody remember collecting glasses like these? You know, like you have to get the whole set. So this is Glinda. And I have had apple cider vinegar in here with a grape Zevia. It's so good. So I've got that there. I've got this one water to finish, and I also have myself some electrolytes too. I did finish my last meal today at 4 o'clock. I'm kind of weird. You know how some people will intermittent fast in the mornings? They don't eat until like lunchtime. I like to eat in the morning, but I don't care to eat at night. And so I stop eating early. So I've already stopped my meal about 4 hours ago. Well, 8 o'clock will be 4 hours. Okay, so as a reminder, how do you do this task? How do you finish this? Latricia, this will be good for you to see. You hover your mouse over the task. A black box pops up. You simply read that pop-up. We highly encourage you to look at all the types of appointments available with one of our 5-star reviewed mentors. If you have any lingering questions after completing Fast Track, schedule a general Q&A mentor appointment. Okay, so this is going to take you to a third-party website. This one is mentor.genbook.com. Now, what I've got to show you right here is this. This is very, very, very impressive. First of all, reviews is huge. And look, we've got 454 reviews at 5 stars. That is absolutely amazing. That means that our mentors know what they're talking about and they can help you. And there's some on the right-hand side over here, there's some more mentors reviews that you can read. But here's the type of appointments we have. We have a getting started appointment. Now, if you have worked through Fast Track, you probably don't need a getting started appointment because you've gotten started. But if you have done through Fast Track and you still have general Q&A, then you can go ahead and do that one. If you need meal plan help, you can do that one. But before you schedule a meal plan help appointment, let me go back through Fast Track with you tonight and just show you in the laps where you can find meal ideas so that you have a lot right there. This journal review is really great. If you are journaling your foods as you should be, then you are going to, hold on, I'm trying to fix something. Sorry. Then you could just click on submit for journal review in the journal, and somebody will give you a written journal review back. But if you want to talk to somebody on the phone, schedule a journal review right here and y'all can look at what you're eating and they can give you those details. And then you have an appointment for a May Day. So let me ask you a couple of questions. How many holidays can you have in a calendar month when you are in weight loss mode? 6. Awesome, Deborah. Good to see you here tonight. We got 6. Okay, that's true. There's 6. If you go into your journal and you are going to mark a 7th holiday, it's going to call it a blow it day and you call for a May Day. So that's what this special appointment is for a May Day. And there's so many people that do not want to call for the May Day. I don't know if it's pride or what keeps them from doing it, but you need to call for a May Day. I just had a person call for a May Day. She told me here in Kennesaw in person the other day. She goes, I had a May Day appointment, and she says it was so awesome and helpful. So I'm glad that she did that. But do not let pride get in your way of using all of your resources, okay? So we got all these types of resources for you to use. These mentor appointments are available to you. You just click here, and then you pick a date. See, it'll show you the dates that are available. And then when you pick a date, you pick a time. Whatever times are available. Okay, so then you pick a time and then they'll call you. And remember, it's Eastern Standard Time or Eastern Daylight Time. All right, just so once you realize that there are mentor appointments there, then you can click that box. Now, in the future, if you need a mentor appointment, you could always come back to Fast Track to find things. But if I scroll all the way down here to the very bottom in this little footer on this website, you see right there where it says schedule a free mentor appointment, and schedule one right there. Or I also think, see right there, I clicked on the home up at the top. Oh, good. I sponsored a new friend. I'll have to go see who that is. This girl comes to class right here in Kennesaw. Look at that. Look at that amazing job she's done. I'm so proud of Katie. If we come down right here, we can schedule a one-on-one meal planning appointment. That's also just where it will take you to the mentor. Okay. All right. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to sign up for text notifications from Jason and Travis. And this one is not linked. You see how the print here that's black, because it's not linked. All these blue ones are linked, but you can hover your mouse over that information I at the very end. The pop-up box says text the following keywords separately. You have to text the words separately to the text number 888-831-1207. So that's the text number you're going to send it to. And you can stay up to date on all things Shibboleth, get notified when instructors go live, except for me. I'm every night at 7:30. We don't need to send a reminder. If you register for this class, you're actually going to get a reminder in Zoom every night for this class. And you can text Travis to that number. So you text Travis to 888-831-1207. And then you also text my Jason. Now, my Jason is going to try to autocorrect in your field, the typing field. Make sure that you take that space back out of there, and my Jason is squished together, all one word, before you send it. And in the fast track videos, the 14 little fast track videos that I do in lap 1, I actually use a text number that is no longer in service. I just need to go back and remake that video, and it takes quite some time to make a video and do all of that, so I haven't remade it. This 888-831-1207 is the correct number, okay? So once you've signed up for that, you just simply check the box. Okay, so before we get into this next task, I'm going to head back over to lap 1 because I want you to see all the different places that you can find food items. If you click right here on this welcome packet and guidelines, first of all, when you read it, I want you to read it from the first word all the way to the last word. I do not want you skimming it. We came up with a new little saying, skimmers don't become slimmers. Okay, you cannot skim. You have got to be reading for understanding. There is a difference in skimming and reading for understanding. I used to teach reading, and I know that. Okay, so read for understanding, okay? But if we come on down here, there's some grocery list items right here that you can use. That's going to help you start to figure out what foods to purchase. And so I like the acceptable grocery list items, and it's really important for you to start reading that. But look, starter week meal ideas. If you'll stick with those, you'll be really, really good. So there's some starter week meal ideas right there. So that's a good resource. And then this phase 1 combination chart. This is a great resource because this is going to tell you how to put just basic whole food meals together. Okay, so if you have any questions about any of these, let me know. This one is a great one. Fastest combination chart and rules. This one. In the center, we've got a bunch of category 2, fibrous carbs, breads, buns, tortillas. We got the vegetables up here, then breads, buns, and tortillas. And then it's telling you right here, any of these things can be eaten with this. Any of these things can be eaten with this. Any of these can be eaten with this. Any of these can be eaten with this. Gives you your cooking oils and your condiments. So that's a good place to come up with some meals. Then you click right here. We're in Travis's Fast Start Meal Ideas, and there's 9 pages. Okay, so that's a great place to find meals. And then the sample grocery list is a great place for you to start seeing what foods go in the categories of the ones, and you only have to write down the ones you like. You don't have to eat anything on Planet Shibboleth you don't like, and that has freed me up so much. This new member food library is amazing. So, and this is a great food library because it's not the thousands and thousands of items that's in our major food library. If you just want to start with small things, you come here. But really, the most important thing to do is to make your own lists of your favorites and eliminate all the things you don't like. And then this is a great worksheet right here. Write down what you currently eat. And then over here, write down the new way to currently eat that. Okay, over in lap 2, when you come right here to simple food combining website link, that is the link that I use on Monday night. And it's just going to give you some ideas. And if you just simply take that row, pick something from category 1, pick something from category 2, cook it up in the right oil, if an oil is appropriate, and doctor it up with the right condiments. So that's a link too. In lap 3, you've got the food library. Now, I just want to point out that if you are a brand new member and you go to use the food library and you don't see a lot of items in there, if you haven't taken the fast track quiz, it's not giving you the full food library. You wouldn't be having the full recipe library or the full restaurant guide. Why? Because we want to at least see that you've got some understanding of how things work. Where can you take that test? 2 places. In lap 1, right here where it says watch the 14 fast track videos. And by the way, watching the 14 fast track videos is not all a fast track. It is a part of fast track. It's one task. And when you watch them, it's not 14 hours of watching. It takes less than 1 hour to watch all those videos. And then there's the quiz right there. When you get this, when you take this quiz, it's going to actually say fast track complete, but it's not complete until you have finished all the laps. Okay, so where is the other place for you to take the quiz? It's right here in lap 2. The very first thing, the very last thing in lap 2. Why do I have it right there? Just to make sure that if you haven't taken it already, that you do it before you get to lap 3, because in lap 3, you're going to want that food library open to you all the way. So the food library is a great place to come up with your foods that you like. This is a great worksheet to use for you to start listing out your favorite lean proteins, your favorite fibers, carbs, and so forth. And then down here, just picking something from this and something from this and writing it down as a meal. We need to start off really simple, and simple is okay, but you're not going to have to always stay simple. I see some very elaborate meals on Shibboleth. I mean, we just know how to cook them now. And this is a place for you to list freebies, extras, snacks, and meal replacements. So if you trust the fast track laps and work through them like you really, really, really want to understand, it will get you in a place of really wonderful knowledge. In lap 4, we're going to be looking at the recipe library. That is a great place to find foods. In lap 5, we're going to be finding void replacements. What are you going to use instead of those Ruffles potato chips? What are you going to use instead of that Kellogg's Pop-Tart or whoever makes Pop-Tarts? What are you going to use in place of that Mayfield ice cream? You're going to look right there at void replacements. Then you're going to check out things that you could use if you had a moment of what we call mental weakness, okay? Use freebies, extras, and snacks. You're going to find those things. And then you're going to find meal replacements that are best for weight loss. And then yesterday, we looked at the restaurant guide. That's where you're going to find food ideas. And then we also checked out wow challenges, which give you a full day meal plan for one day. And now tonight, we are going to create our very own meal plan using the meal plan generator. Y'all give me some hearts or a few little likes or thumbs up and let me know if you see that there are tons of places to find foods. Awesome, Annette. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And before we go, thank you, Mary. Thank you. Glad you're here tonight. Before we go over here to this meal plan generator, I'm actually going to go back to lap 3 and click on food library because I want to show you something. If you come all the way down to the bottom, there's going to be this thing called Coach Mode Meals. Coach Mode meals are a very easy way to see some different meals to eat, okay? Now, in the Coach Mode meals, I actually do a lot of Coach Mode meals, but it's not like I'm in Coach Mode. Coach Mode is a specific mode that you could mark. It's very super strict that you could mark in your profile. I didn't want to be super strict. I wanted to have those choices, but I do a lot of Coach Mode meals. Diane says she loves Coach Mode meals. Yes, they're super simple. But what's awesome about them is they're highly calorie controlled too. And it is, we don't actually talk about calories a whole bunch on Shibboleth, because if you're doing the other stuff, if you're portion controlling and you're eating in a way that controls insulin, then you're getting into your calorie excuse me, deficit. But just kind of going down through here, this is where you're going to see a lot of different options. So please check out all of these options and look how far I'm going. They're in alphabetical order. But look at all that. Look at all that. I mean, just lots of Coach Mode meals. Look, we've got Zaxby's and Wendy's on there. So I just wanted to make sure that you knew about those too. So I'm going to click on this right here, create a personalized meal plan. This amazing tool will help you see many options for a personalized meal plan. Click a start date, choose the type of meal ideas you would like to see, then click generate. 3 breakfast, lunch, dinner, snack, and freebie ideas will be generated. For each item you are not interested in eating, uncheck the box. Once you have read through each item, scroll back to the top, click Generate New, and there will be new ideas generated for the boxes that you unchecked. You continue with that unchecking and clicking Generate New until you have a plan that you like. So we're going to click that. Now, when you are no longer in Fast Track and you want to find the meal plans, it's right here. See the blue see the profile picture right there, and then you come down this way. There's where you're going to find your meal plans. If you need to find it somewhere else, you can click here on the home button, and you go right down here. This would also take you to it. We're back there, generate meal plans. Okay, so what we're going to do is pick a date. I'm just going to pick that date where we are. And if I wanted only Coach Mode meals, I could click that box, okay? But I'm not, because if I want Coach Mode meals, I can just simply go look at that in the food library. But right here where it says type, you can click on this drop-down menu and you can choose simple meals, meals based on recipes, or mixed. Now I'm going to click mixed just so we get some different ones. As you can see down below, it has I've done many other meal plans. Basically, I do one every week right here. But I did a simple one last week. I've done some mixed ones. Oh, this one, I guess this green check was only Coach Mode meals. I did simple for only Coach Mode, just playing around last week. So I'm going to click mixed, and then I hit generate. What's great about all the things on the website, you can print out everything and use them for in the future. And let me just tell you something. If you are journaling, you can print out your journals and you would be able to see what you ate. It makes your future meal plans. If you've had a really great week of weight loss, do another one of those weeks again. Okay, so if I click down here, come down here and look, there's my breakfasts. Okay, 1 Quest bar with 1 Healthwise or Cocoa Ringa hot chocolate. As a meal, you may have 1 Quest bar with 1 package of Healthwise hot chocolate or Cocoa Ringa hot chocolate. All of these items are available for purchase in our Shibboleth store. Quest bars can also be found in many local grocery stores. Okay, I don't like Quest bars, so I'm going to uncheck that box. Kodiak cake pancakes with egg whites. You may have up to 1 full serving of the pancake mix with ½ cup of egg whites. This counts as a perfect pairing meal. Now, what a perfect pairing meal is, it does not follow the exact Shibboleth rules in the combination chart, but it's been determined that if you do it exactly the way that it said, then it would pair together and work. So that's why Travis called it a perfect pairing. Now, let me just say something about this word Kodiak. Just because one Kodiak product is approved does not mean that all are approved. So for example, the Kodiak muffins are not approved. And see, sometimes people get all excited because they're like, "Ooh, it's like a Mighty Muffin, I'll get it." Well, Mighty Muffins are approved, but the Kodiak muffins are not approved. But the Kodiak pancake mix is. So you can do that. I'm gonna leave that there. That's good. Mighty Muffin with or without a palmful of berries. Now, I just want to let you know, we do not typically add calories and condiments and other things to meal replacements. And Mighty Muffin is a meal replacement, but they're telling you this particular one, if you wanted it with a little palmful of berries, you can do that. What's a palmful of berries? If you put berries on your hand and you put your hand out flat, what does not roll off would be a palmful. If you're holding it like this, that's a handful. So I'm going to leave that one there. I ate about 20 Mighty Muffins in my first 20 days. Why did I do that? Because I'm figuring this thing out. They tasted good, they satisfied me, and they were easy. So I ate a bunch of Mighty Muffins. All right, let's look at lunches. 2 Morningstar Veggie Classics Veggie Dogs with or without Category 2 vegetables. You know, they might be good. I don't know. I've never eaten them. I'm probably not going to buy them, so I'm going to uncheck that. Health-wise turkey chili with half of approved peanut butter sandwich. Sounds good to me. And what this is, it's health-wise turkey chili. This is actually something you purchase from the Shibboleth store. And look how it gave you a recipe for peanut butter and jelly. 1 tablespoon. This is why it's important to look at this. 1 tablespoon of approved peanut butter. When you are making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, you could actually have 2. And 1 slice of category bread. So that's why it's half of approved one. So you're getting half. But that gives you that with some chili. And that would be another perfect pairing meal. We're going to leave that like it is. Okay, Lean Cuisine Steak Portobello. You can have 1 package as a -2 weight loss meter coach mode meal. Okay, I don't want that. So I'm gonna uncheck that. Okay, let's look at this buffalo chicken dip. Well, I've actually made this. This is really good. So I'm gonna leave this here, and you're gonna get to wrap it up with some Olé Extreme tortillas, and that's gonna be really good. Then we come down here, chicken, pork, and vegetable soup. I'm not going to make any soup. Y'all might, but I'm super simple and I'm not. So I'm going to uncheck that. Okay, taco casserole with salad. Okay, that sounds good to me. So I'm going to leave that in there. Let's come down here and look at some snacks. I personally eliminate any snacks that I'm going to have to cook because I want easy. Real good. I don't even want that and that. We're going to have to generate new snacks. And then freebies, popcorn okra. Yay. I like that. Raw cucumbers, cucumbers sprinkled with Bragg's apple cider vinegar. We'll leave that. And I always uncheck this sauteed yellow squash because they need to take that off. Once something is cooked up in MCT oil, it's no longer a freebie. So now that I've unchecked the things that I don't want, hey, Dawn, I missed you today. Yes, I did. We'll be glad to see you Monday night if you can come Monday. Glad you're on here. Okay, I'm going to click Generate New Items. All right, we've got a Dannon Oikos 000 yogurt with 2 tablespoons of Bare Naked Original granola. Okay. If you like yogurt, you could keep that on there. I'll just leave it on there. Then we got fruity cottage cheese and cinnamon crisps. Let's see. Okay, so what this is saying is you're basically making some cinnamon crisps with a little flatbread and cinnamon and stevia. And you are basically making your own little fruity cottage cheese. So if you like that, I'm going to start leaving some things even if I don't like them. But if you like that, you just leave it in there. A tortilla pizza. I'm all about a tortilla pizza. So we're going to leave that there. And for dinners, salmon patties and any other category 2 vegetable. Okay, we'll leave that. And then we come down here to snacks. Let's see if they gave us something better. 50-calorie rice cake with 1 teaspoon of approved peanut butter. Okay, that sounds simple. Health-wise hot chocolate. All right, sounds good. Spinach artichoke dip with raw veggies. You know what? We'll leave that one. And the reason I'm going to leave that one is because let's say that you're having people over to watch a game or a party or something. That might give you something to have as a snack. Why do I like to create these? Is because it gives me ideas for future use. So whether or not I actually use it this week, I look through this just to find new things to do. And we got freebies, fried lo mein void replacements. I'm not going to do that. Okay, so now we go back up to the top. We click generate new. And I know I only unchecked that thing down at the bottom. So let's go down here and look. And it gave me steamed broccoli as a freebie. Okay, we'll leave that. There's different ones too, if you don't want to eat a vegetable as a freebie. But now, once you are okay with your meal plan, you hit confirm, the green button. Good, Dawn. I'm glad you'll be there Monday. And there you go. Well, the next thing you could do is hit print. Once you hit print, you could take this to the grocery store and you could check off these items. But look at what else you could do. Remember how I showed y'all earlier in the week to make a grocery list? If I click here, I could simply add that to my grocery list. You know, I could just click on these things and add them to my grocery list. So however you want to do that, which would be great. Okay, so now once you make your own meal plan for the first time, you just come and check that box, okay? All right, the next thing we're going to have a look at is the 21-day challenge. Now, I am not saying that you have to start off with any type of challenge, but why am I showing you this? I'm showing you this because if you still want some highly focused way to lock yourself in the beginning, the 21-day challenge is a great way, because a lot of times when people get started, you know, although we constantly say lifestyle, 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 I know that people start off with diet mindset. I know that. And it's okay, because usually when somebody starts something new, they're excited. Okay. So this would be kind of like you getting your bearings using diet mindset, but you got to figure out by the time you get to maintenance, this is a lifestyle, because once you get to maintenance, you don't want to be thinking diet anymore. You want to be thinking, yes, this is what I get to do for the rest of my life. But let's have a look at the 21-day challenge. If you have completed all the steps in each lap of Fast Track, great job. If you have diligently completed each step in each lap of Fast Track, you should have many meal options to choose from to get you started. And we looked at them tonight. We refreshed them tonight. But if you're still wanting kind of a challenge or kind of a diet type thing to get you started, then this is the best challenge to help you get great results. Watch the video in the link and then get started. After 21 perfect days, you're going to get a 21-day self-mastery badge. And then every future time that you do 21 perfect days, you'll get an increasing number on that badge. Now, when I click here for the 21-day challenge, it actually takes me to a totally different website. It's taking me to travismartin.tv. Y'all see that right up there? It's taking me to travismartin.tv. Now, travismartin.tv website is different than myshibboleth.com. So when you come here for the very first time, you need to create a new account. So you can't just log in with the Shibboleth one thinking that it's the same thing. It's not. So you can create a new account. Now, when you create a new account here, if you want to use the same username and password as you did on myshibboleth.com, you can. It's just that you would need to create a new account. Okay, so I'm going to click login. It takes me to this 21-day challenge here. And what's really great about the 21-day challenge is it limits your foods, but it gives you a list. Awesome. Diane. I was going to put Dawn and Lions together, and Diane came out. Dawn got her 21-day badge earlier this week. Oh, I love the badges too. Look, I got them even. I even have badges like out like here just because they're fun to show. I'll be showing some of those in just a second. But your food list is smaller, and it's the foods that are listed here in this list are ones that even if you didn't get the combination quite right, it's not going to hurt you. Okay. Now, do we suggest that you still eat them in the right food combinations? Yes. But if you mess up and it was from your list that you pick, is it going to hurt you? Are you going to be out of a perfect day? Nope, you won't be. It'll be fine. Okay. But I wouldn't go planning to do it like that. I would just say, oops, I made a mistake. But here's your food list. It gives you your proteins, and it lists it out all in one column, but it lists the lean protein, the shellfish, and the protein plus fat that you could have. It lists out the fibrous carbs, basically the veggies that you could have and other things. And then there's some category 2 breads that you can have. And then there's some breadings and flours. Here's your meal replacements that you can have. There's hemp flakes, and there's superfoods you can have. There's snacks, but on this challenge, you only eat 3 eating episodes a day. So you're actually picking a snack as an eating episode. And then there's some category 3s. Look, they even have some category 3s on there. I call them energy carbs, but look right here. It says complex carbs. Just know it's the same thing, okay? Over here is some cooking oils and sprays and different things that you could use. You even get some fruit on there. There's the restaurants that you can use, and specifically what you could have at those restaurants. You could choose to do any wow challenge. There's the cereals that you could use, approved cheese. There's more breads listed there, sweeteners, water. Approved beverages, milks. If you had a low blood sugar, or Travis calls mental weakness, you could use one of those. These are the recipes that you could use, and so forth. Okay. Now, what you do is you pick 21 foods from these foods, and that's all you're going to be eating from. You can make a variety of meals from them. It's just that that's all you're going to do for that 7 days. You can then switch up your 21 foods. You do it for another 7 days. Then you can switch up your 21 foods and do it for another 7 days. And what I do is I write all my 21 foods down. I lay it on the counter in the kitchen. And whenever I'm ready to eat, I go over to my list and go, what am I picking from my list to eat at this moment? It's so simple. And here's what you do to get started. You watch a video by Travis. Now, when you come down here, look at all these videos. There's lots and lots of videos right here. You do not need to watch all of those videos. You only need to watch one. That one would be fine. The orientation. It's just that if sometimes I like to go in and rewatch all of these videos. Dawn, it's okay. So Dawn, Dawn just said something very important on Facebook. She said, oh, I didn't think I actually did this challenge, but she did do 21 consecutive flame days. So it's the same badge. It's the same badge that you get, Dawn. Here's the thing. Anytime y'all do 21 perfect days in a row, you get that badge. But the challenge is if you do it specific to this, you're going to get the best results. So it's the same badge, Dawn. But y'all don't have to watch all these videos, just one. But what I like to do is I will listen to these. You learn something every single time. I'll just put these on in the car as I'm riding around and just listen to it like a podcast or like talk radio. And that's where they're all housed. But the rules is right here. You can just, let me see. There's your rules. Okay, I'm not going to read the rules because if you want to do it, you can. And I do like this though. I really like this. And I would highly suggest that you either print this out or just create something on a piece of paper. And this is where you're going to list the 21 foods or items from there. And there's certain things like, for example, you don't have to put your cooking oil or product on here. So that's why you need to listen to the video. And what you want to do is anytime you hear something that you need to make note of, write it down over here on this area. And then you do that. So Do you have to do that to get started? No. Can you just get started drinking your water, writing down your foods, eating in the right food combination, portion controlling your food, and giving yourself 4 to 6 hours between meals? Yes. Yes, that's all you truly need to do to get started. But some people like this extra little bit of guidance, and that is what that 21-day challenge is. So once you know that that's there and available, even if you don't choose to do it right now, you know that it's there, then you can check the box. Now, sometimes officially, we will run the 21-day challenge. You will more than likely see the 21-day challenge sometime maybe in September. I don't know. We'll have to see. Sometimes after Labor Day. But come January 2nd, we're running the 21-day challenge. Because what do we have to do after the holidays? Reel it in. We got to start practicing our self-discipline muscle again, and it's fun to do it together. We get a lot of participants. We get a lot of weight loss. It is awesome. Okay. So you'll probably see that one then. We ran it again after Memorial Day this year too. So we have times where we run it officially, but anybody can do one at any time. And there's actually a special Facebook group that you can be a part of. And even if you're doing this on your own, you can just be posting in that Facebook group and we'll all encourage you. All right, we are almost wrapping this baby up. What is your next big step? After you've done all of Fast Track, what do you do next? So your next big step is to earn your 10% t-shirt, which Deb just did. Okay, you want to earn this 10% t-shirt. There's 3 steps to earning that 10% t-shirt. You're going to watch all of Travis's original daily doses. It's 26 videos. Won't take you 26 hours to watch it. It's a little over 2.5 hours to watch it. And what's linked right here is you'll get it, Dawn. You'll get it. What's linked right here is those videos. Okay, so if you click there, it'll take you to those videos. The second thing is you want to earn this badge. Okay, well, this is the badge that you earn after watching the videos and taking Travis's test. So you got to earn this badge. The next thing, that was all number 1. Sorry, I kind of broke it into 2 things, but it was really just one task. The next thing you do is you want to start journaling for 30 consecutive days. Now, you want to journal daily, but you got to get 30 consecutive days in. And then you will have needed to have entered your starting body weight in your profile and the first day that you journal. That way the computer will know when you've lost that 10%. So the computer will know that you've earned your phase 1 foundation badge. The computer will know that you've journaled 30 consecutive days. The computer will know that you've lost 10% of your body weight if you've given it the details and the data. It won't know it if you hadn't put it in there. But once you've done that, this is going to pop up. This is a clickable badge. When you click this badge, it's going to ask you for your shirt size and your address. Make sure that your address is your current address. And if you are still losing weight in your journey, please order a size down, because we got a lot of people running around in pink shirts that are way too big for them because they didn't order a size down. We don't do refunds or exchanges. We can't afford to do that. So make sure that you order a size down when you're ordering that. And then last but not least, we're going to make this one last click. That click takes us to Travis's original daily doses, and they're a hoot. He's a hoot. So, and then there's the test right there. There's the phase 1 foundation test. And I didn't watch this all in one night. I watched this as over a couple of nights. Let me just tell you this story real quick. I watched those. Angelia says, get all them pounds off. That's right. Get them all off. Let's see, Candace, is it okay to update your weight weekly? Yes, that's fine. Totally fine. Oh, and by the way, sometimes when y'all earn that, when you kind of know when you're about to earn that t-shirt and that t-shirt doesn't pop up immediately, that's one that overnight it has to sink and it typically shows up the next day. There are some badges that show up right away, and there's some badges that'll show up the next day. So if it doesn't show up right when you think it should, give it to the next day before asking about it, because some of them show up the next day. So let me wrap up tonight with telling the story of Shibboleth, how I found Shibboleth. So I have always been a person who, I'm an educator. I'm a degreed educator. I'm an experienced by work educator. I've been a school teacher, a principal, have a master's in elementary education from the University of Alabama at Birmingham, and I love to teach. So I had always been a person that would wanted to educate myself. Now I had watched people diet and I knew they didn't work. So I did not want to be a dieter, but I was all about, well, what if I do this? What if I tweaked this? It was all about trying to educate myself. And I felt like if I continued to educate myself, that I would finally eventually find the secret. I truly did feel like there was a secret out there. And this is so funny. Look, my shirt says Shibboleth. It's a secret. Y'all, I got my camera mirrored and I'm doing this opposite. I have to have my camera mirrored so y'all can read those things, but it makes me do the opposite thing. Look, it says it's a secret. I actually felt like there was kind of secret out there that I just didn't know. And I just kept educating myself. But I had never done any diets, like I'd never done keto. I had never done Weight Watchers, no Jenny Craig, no Nutrisystem, no Atkins. I bought my first Atkins product just on Thursday night. I just had not been a dieter. Now I had tweaked some things, like for example, you remember when Dr. Oz came out with the book called You on a Diet? What I liked about it was he was all about health. Even though the name of that book was You on a Diet, because that draws people in, it was really about health. And it was all about the foods that, like things that you shouldn't eat in your foods. And I started changing that. And I lost 15 pounds one time doing that, but gained it back because I didn't have a fun way to do this with people like Shibboleth is. It's such a wonderful community. We were talking about that today on the accountability meeting. That's all about the people that you get to be around too. So my friend was posting on Facebook about something that she was doing. And I got on the scale one, okay, but I wasn't paying attention to that. Because you know how when your friends are posting about something and you're not interested, you still love them, but you don't read it. But it was still the word, and that she was doing something was still there. It was still there. And I got on the scale one morning and I weighed 186.5. No, 185.5. I weighed 185.5. And I thought, you have half a pound, Kim, to turn this around. Because my highest weight ever, not pregnant, was 186. I said, you got half a pound to turn this around. So what did I do? I went back to her Facebook. I went to her name on Facebook. I scrolled through all of her posts until I found this interesting word. And then I dialed her number. Hey, what is this? What is this Shibboleth thing you're doing? And she told me about it. And it made sense to me. And then I saw that they had a website. So I went to the public portion of myshibboleth.com. I clicked on everything. I read everything. I watched everything. And by the end of doing all that, I thought, this is so cool. But then, even though the price to get into Shibboleth is not much, you still don't want to give away money for no reason, right? Nobody wants to do that. And so I'm still like, does this work? Well, my friend had just lost 80 pounds in 6 months. So I knew it did something. Well, I realized they had a store near me. We don't have but one store in the world. And so I went to the store, and there was 36 chairs in this room, and one of them was open. One. I said, whoa, if there's this many people here, this is cool. This must be a real thing. So I went in there and I listened to them talk. And then I met Patricia Hurt. Patricia is now 80 years old. When I met her, she was 78, 77 maybe. And she said, oh, you need to sign up. This is awesome. I was like, yes, ma'am. It's like somebody took me by the hand and said, do this. And that's what I want to do with Fast Track. Do this. And so I signed up. I signed up on a Saturday. I went on a work trip, a family trip. It was the Saturday before spring break. I went on a family trip and I kind of had earbuds in, starting to listen to Travis's original daily doses and everything, but not really truly listening to them. And then we came back home from that trip and I left and went on a work trip. Well, on the work trip at night after dinner, everybody else would go out and shoot pool and drink beer. I don't do either of those things. I would go up to the hotel room and sit and watch the original daily doses. So I watched all of Travis's original daily doses in a beautiful hotel room overlooking Austin, Texas, over a couple of nights. I came back from that work trip on a Monday. I went to the grocery store on a Tuesday, and I started living the Shibboleth lifestyle on Wednesday, April 10th, 2019. That's my Shibboleth birthday, April 10th, 2019. And in a week, I'd lost 9 pounds. In a month, I'd lost 18.5 pounds. In 5 months, I had lost 50 pounds. I didn't even know I had 50 pounds to lose. My goal was to lose 35.5 pounds. At 35.5 pounds, I put myself in maintenance mode and lost 15 more pounds in maintenance. Your body will settle out where it wants if you keep doing, all the right things. But there is something you should know about me. I follow this like it should be followed because I wanted the results, and now I know that if I do this, I can keep the results. So I have now kept that 50 pounds off for 2 years. 2 years. Hallelujah. Praise the Lord. I don't ever have to go back. I know it's a lifestyle. I know what to do. I get it. And you know what? I want that for all of y'all too. I want that for you so bad. Latricia, I want that for you, girl. Okay. So if you don't have a membership yet, please get your membership and share with your friends. Let's see how many we have left at that price. You never know. Travis might go all the way to his birthday, but let's see what we currently have. 74. So it says we've got 74 memberships available left at that $79. Regularly $3.99. It's so much. It's amazing. Y'all just grab your membership, shibbolethdeals.com. You will not be sad that you have this. It's tools galore. Yes, you can do it, Dawn. Okay, and Candace says, if I miss some of the live videos, where can I find them? Let me show you, Candace. If you go to the website, go to Fast Track. In lap 2, right there, it says watch the daily Fast Track webinars. If you click there, you will see Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. That's where they are, Candace. In lap 2. All right. Well, I am so proud of y'all. Thank you for sticking with me during Fast Track. Y'all make sure that you stay close. You ask lots of questions. No question is dumb. Make sure that you are conversing. You're welcome, Candace. Your very first source of info would be the Facebook groups. There's thousands of people on those groups that know answers. Okay. So that's your first source. If it's on the weekend, that's really your only source. Okay. Because we work Monday through Friday, except for me. And then hang on, Jeannie, I'll answer that in just a second. So the Facebook groups is your first source. Your second source of info is the chat button on the website. Might as well show that too. Right here. You see this right here on the bottom right-hand corner? If there's an envelope there, that means they're not there. And you would be emailing them and they will respond. Occasionally during the day, Monday through Friday, this is monitored from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Monday through Friday. So if you see an envelope during the day, that means they're on a mentor call. And if you send them a message, they'll get back to you. If you see a little chat like a text bubble there, that means they're currently available. Okay, so that's your next source of help. All right, so that's where you're going to get the help that you need. There should not ever be a reason, for you to text Travis and Sasha personally, because y'all, they don't really have time. They are trying to run a business. And I mean, you wouldn't reach out to Bill Gates if you wanted to talk Microsoft. You wouldn't reach out to I don't know. Y'all know what I mean. So those are your sources of help. Okay. And if you need me, you can reach out to me, but you can actually, what I would highly suggest that you do, friend on Facebook, if you're a Facebook user, friend Joni Shibboleth, Missy Shibboleth, Kim Shibboleth, which is not me, and Amy Shibboleth. Those are your girls for resources. So you can check with them too. You can message them and ask them questions. You're welcome, Lisa. I'm glad you've enjoyed this week. And she's lost 3 pounds so far. She's just getting started. Awesome, Lisa. That's wonderful. And I really suggest that y'all watch the overview tomorrow night one more time and watch the Monday night Simple Food Combining one more time. Okay, just to kind of wrap up the week. Start it with the info, put a week together, and then, no, they're not. Angelia says, is Shibboleth actually their last name? It's not. It's just the name of the company. So Joni just uses Shibboleth as her last name so that she can have a Facebook page to use for Shibboleth purposes. So they're using that for Shibboleth purposes, but it's not their last name. I thought the same thing too. And then Jeannie on Facebook, when are you usually at the store? Me personally, I'm assuming that means me personally. I am there on Monday nights at 6 p.m. and I'm there on Saturdays from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. That's when I'm there. And then Sherry Ditto, who's awesome and amazing and knows so very, very much. She's there Monday through Friday, 11 to 6. And then Kristen Papa George is there with me on Saturdays from 10 to 2. So you come see us, Jeannie. We'd love that. We would absolutely love that. All right. I bought this thinking of y'all. This says, keep them safe day and night. Give them courage, strength, and might. So y'all have a great night, and I will see you tomorrow night for the lifestyle overview. Bye, everybody.